It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game.
Hope you're all ready for this one.
And it comes your way next.
First opened in 1975, resurrected in 2006, we welcome you inside the Caesars Superdome, the home of the Saints, here in downtown New Orleans. So good to be with you. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson here. Greg, as we look at this matchup, I'm looking around and hearing this crowd. They're so fired up for this one. What's it like when you come on the road and you've got...
Sitting on their hands. The more energy you give them, the more noise, it does make it a little less efficient to operate, especially on offense. So come out fast, come out furious, and see if you can take this crowd out right from the jump.
DJ Dallas now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So out comes the Arizona offense for the first time. And here is Kyler Murray, the #1 overall pick in 2019 to lead them.
I just love watching Kyler Murray play quarterback, Mike, because it just reminds you that they come in all shapes and sizes. I mean, to be this small, but this fast and have that much arm talent, you just don't see that combination very often, let alone in the NFL. But we are now more than a year removed from that knee injury. I think he's ready to prove that he was worth that #1 overall pick just a few seasons ago, and he considers himself one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL now that he's fully healthy again.
Here's a 2nd and 6. First carry for James Conner. And nothing doing on that run. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. We have an early 3rd down coming up. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
3rd down is the down that pass rushers live for. More often than not, they know it's a passing situation, and they get to just pin their ears back and go. Here early in this game, they're able to bring down the quarterback, and I got a feeling this won't be the last time.
So on 4th down, it's Blake Gillikin to punt for Arizona. Back deep for the Saints, it's Rashid Shaheed. A fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. So the Saints ready to go to work on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by a 5th-round selection out of the 2024 draft. From South Carolina by way of Oklahoma, it's Spencer Rattler.
You hear people talk about it all the time, and it's especially true, Mike, for young rookie quarterbacks, is just the speed of the game. They had a lot of success in college. They were probably the best player on their team, but just everything is faster. Everything happens with a little more urgency. The quarterbacks at the young age that can make that transition the quickest, everything else then tends to slow down.
And he fought through one tackle, stayed on his feet. He'll get him down for no gain. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Rattler. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in bounds. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for this with Kamara. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. The Saints will punt this one away. And on the return for the Cardinals, it's Greg Dortch. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Cardinals offense going to take over now for the second time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Start this drive on the ground, and it's Connor. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. Now whistles, play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5.
Still 2nd down.
Murray now on 2nd down. He'll get it into the hands of Zay Jones. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's Connor. Room to run past midfield. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pickup there by the back to pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll stay on the ground with Connor. Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain. Now a 2nd down throw for Murray. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Murray. He's got his tight end, that's McBride. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Well, nothing real fancy here, Mike. Not a huge pickup, but anytime on 3rd down, you got to know where the sticks are, who's your most reliable player, and I think everybody in this booth knows exactly what position that is.
On 1st down, it's Murray. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going, and for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their 2nd sack, and we're still here in the 1st quarter.
That thrown short, caught by Ryman. They need to get this to the 23. Here's third down. Murray's going to throw again. He'll try and get there on the ground. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down.
And that just can't happen. Third and long, just understand, contain the ball, rally tackle, just get the ball carrier on the ground. Not only not able to get to him inside the pocket, he's able to extend the play with his legs and pick up a huge, long first down.
He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. He dropped for the loss of a yard.
How would you like to be this running back here? You get the ball, you're thinking, all right, get through the line, and next thing you know, the big old D tackle's just waiting for you there in the hole, nowhere for you to go as he takes you down for a loss.
They'll go right back to Connor. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down. Out of the gun, it's Murray. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Really nice start for this defense here early through the first quarter. Two different players, each recording a sack. Offensive line's going to have to get together on the sideline with their coach and identify where's the weakness in our protection, how can we get extra bodies and extra attention, because we still got a long way to go in this one.
Chad Ryland on now for the field goal. This will be a 41-yard attempt. Ryland's kick is good. And the Cardinals are out to an early 3-0 lead. So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. Here comes the all-pro returner from last year, Rashid Shaheed. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Saints offense about ready to get going on their second possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Rattler now back to throw. Brought in by Chris Olave.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. A run here with Kamara. And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains. Looking to throw, Rattler. Now a short one caught by the tight end, Johnson. Here's 2nd and 6. A give up the middle with Kamara. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly, and here comes third down. Now Rattler gonna throw. Open man, left side, he's got it. Call it a gain of 13. First down, New Orleans. In motion is Hill. On the ground, it's Kamara. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. That's Jalen Thompson up from his safety spot to bring him down. Second down and 8. They'll go again here with Kamara. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. The Cardinals have the early edge in this one. More from New Orleans after this. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll work the middle here with Kamara. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Second down and 3. Throwing is Rattler. The left side into the hands of Olave. His second grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down. It's a give now to Kamara. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Throwing now is Rattler. His pass taken in by Shaheed. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal. To throw, it's Rattler. He's got his big tight end. Foster Moreau. Touchdown, Saints. Greg, they have such a knack. It's like they're on the same page. The quarterback almost feels like, well, when you were playing, you know where that guy's going to be in the end zone.
Yeah, we used to have a saying, Mike, we say we don't run routes like they're lines on a piece of paper, and especially against zone coverage. Down here in the red zone, the rule is if you're open, stay open. Don't run past an open zone to get covered. That's exactly what this tight end does here. Friendly target, ball on time, touchdown.
Blake Groupie comes on for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Saints move out to a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. To return is Greg Dortch. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense back onto the field for their next possession. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. They go play action for Murray. He's going to tuck it and go. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the gun, it's Murray. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Dropping a catchable ball is one of the worst feelings. It feels like the entire stadium is laughing at you, and all I know is firsthand, you just want to get another opportunity to put that one behind you.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. He's got his man. It's Harrison. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Murray. That ball caught. It's Zay Jones. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
We've now seen this quarterback show that he can beat you from both inside and now outside of the pocket. The ability to use his legs to flush out and buy time for his receivers. They uncover downfield. Leads to a big pickup.
Again, it's Murray. He'll look middle and finds McBride as tight end. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. To throw again is Murray. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. Running here is Connor. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
It's just a matter of time. I don't care how good you are or how good a hand you have. You are going to drop passes. It is inevitable in the NFL. But it's the guys that don't let one drop pass lead to 2. They have the ability to put it behind them, move forward, and they can't wait for that next ball to be thrown their way.
That one caught by Wilson. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
This is a really popular concept on 3rd down. It's good versus man. It's good versus zone. They call it mesh routes or drag routes. They want to create some traffic in the middle of the field and pop the receiver out the backside of the defense. But give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. They rallied to the ball and keeps him short from picking up the first down.
So Ryland now, following the made field goal, back out to kick this one away. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Saints offense and Spencer Rattler set to take over once more. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. Got it into the hands of Olave. They face 2nd down and 7. The tight end Moreau is in motion. They'll run. It's Kamara. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down. They're going to go right back to Kamara. This will be a Saints 1st down. The tackle's made it about the 38-yard line. On the give, this is Kamara. They'll take this forward for about 5. Cooks going in motion. Here's Rattler. A pass caught by the veteran. That's Brandon Cooks. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down. He'll drop to throw. Taken in right side by the tight end Johnson. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. On the handoff, it's Kamara. And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
The best running backs, Mike, they have a really good balance between executing the play that's designed, but then every so often they just have to trust their instincts, and sometimes that's the best plays. That's where the big home run shots come from, and when you have a talented back, you want to give them that freedom.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Kamara on the ground. And they'll bring it inside the red zone. Finding space. Gain of 7. Inside the 20. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll throw out of the gun. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play in a tight one-point game in this first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. He'll look to throw. Cook's able to pull that one in. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
They teach these defensive ends to rush to the X. The X is the spot where the quarterback stops his drop, and you can see when he hit that back foot, he had nowhere to go, and he's able to bring him down for a big sack.
Good drive so far, but this is a big hurdle. It is 3rd and 10. Rattler now back to throw. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away. Here's Blake Grupe for the Saints, a field goal try. It'll be a 35-yard attempt. Grupe's kick is good. And the Saints going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Cards offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Murray. That's to the right side, caught by McBride. That's the way to get started, a pickup of 17 and a very quick first down. Out of the gun, it's Murray. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Here's Murray to throw. That one is complete to McBride. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Throwing again is Murray. He's got his receiver. It's Jones. Card's going to signal for their third and final timeout, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. First and 10. Murray's going to throw again. A short one here, caught by McBride. Chad Ryland on now for the field goal. This will be a 46-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Cardinals cut the deficit down to 1. The clock showing 5 seconds remaining in this half as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So a very tight first half, a 1-point game here at the break. As we'll head over to Orlando. Standing by there.
EA Sports halftime reports.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A 1-point game as quarter 3 begins. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Saints offense and veteran Alvin Kamara set to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. The right side to Olave. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Well, any fear they might have had that they'd come out of the halftime break flat has completely gone out the window. They're not content, Mike, here, just having the lead. They're looking to extend it. A couple more plays like that, they're going to find themselves in scoring territory here very quickly.
Throwing now is Rattler. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Now Rattler gonna throw. He'll look underneath here and find Kamara. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So, I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Kamara. And he's going to be close to that 1st down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a 1st down. He'll get this out to the left flat, and they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. The tight end Moreau is in motion. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
That is caught. Hooks gets the grab. Good work after the catch. They get 16 and a first down. Looking to throw, Rattler. Right back to Cooks. He's got another one. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. Olave is the motion man. Throwing is Rattler. This one is caught by Moreau. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down. To throw, it's Rattler. He'll tuck it and take off. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have 1st and goal.
The tight end Moreau is in motion. They'll run here with Kamara. Trying to create some space, but will not find much. He'll get a yard. They'll mark it at the 3. From a little closer, here's 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Kamara. Good blocking, and he's in. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown, New Orleans. Groupie now for the extra point. The kick is good. The Saints are going to open up the lead to 8. After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. Here comes DJ Dallas on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Cardinals offense ready for their first possession of this second half. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They go play action for Murray. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Mike, this is great awareness by the quarterback manipulating the pocket. He feels the pressure coming on around him, but so often the soft spot is moving up in the pocket. That's exactly what he does. Takes off down the middle of the field, picks up good yardage, and a 1st down.
They'll run with Connor. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll go again here to Connor. It's a short pickup, taking this to the 49. Kool-Aid McKinstry up to make the tackle. Now a 3rd and 2. We'll try and run for this with Connor. A gain there of 11. It's an Arizona 1st down.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at 3 situations. Can you run the ball in the 4th quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, how well can you run the ball in short yardage situations?
On 1st down, they'll stay on the ground with Connor. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. That's caught by McBride. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
Points have certainly been hard to come by in this one today, Mike, but it seems like this drive has been what they've been searching for. A little bit of rhythm, the ability to sustain. Now they got to finish. Now they got to capitalize on these 1st downs and go finish with 6.
Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Connor. And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A huge advantage to red zone offense is the ability to run the ball. In this case, I thought he was going to score. He takes it all the way down inside the 2, sets up 1st and goal.
From the 1-yard line, 1st down and goal. They'll run it here, and it's Connor. A dive, and he's in! James Conner. Touchdown, Cardinals. It felt like they needed a touchdown. Greg, in the worst way, after getting those early field goals to find the end zone. Big boost for this offense.
And it felt like they really needed it. As you said, Mike, to come away with 3 previous drives ending in field goals and not being able to cross it over the goal line for 6, it starts to wear on you as an offense. You start having a little doubt, saying, hey, can we finish any of these drives? Now they finally do, and we can expect this to kind of start to roll throughout the rest of this game.
Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. This fielded at about the 9. past midfield. And he finally gets forced out of bounds, but that was a fantastic return.
And that's a heck of a return right there. I mean, he's going to bounce his way towards the left sideline. Just a ton of space over there to run, and they finally get him out of bounds. But not until he nearly managed to turn the corner and almost take it all the way.
The Saints offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Here's Rattler. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. That's good for 11 and a 1st down. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Throwing now from the gun. He keeps it himself. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a 1st down.
A quarterback who can extend the play with his legs, Mike, is just such a key element to today's modern offenses. You can see there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, but he decides to turn into a runner, picks up a great gain, and ultimately a 1st down.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. This one caught at the 4. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. He'll look to throw. And he's in. Foster Moreau. Touchdown, Saints. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Groupie now, on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Saints will make it a 2-score game as they are now up 9. After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. Dortch now to return it. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The visitors' offense and their veteran running back James Conner set to take over again. They trail here by a couple of scores. The margin is 9 as this drive starts with 1st down. They go play action with Murray. And he's not able to get away. He does manage to get back to the original line of scrimmage, and that'll set up 2nd down.
The key to this play here, Mike, is the anticipation of the snap. Watch how he's able to time the center, and when that ball moves, he hits it, gets through into the backfield, and he brings the quarterback down before the receivers even got out of their breaks.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now Conner. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Murray. He'll try and get there on the ground.
The defenders knew a pass was coming. They had their ears pinned back here on 3rd down, but they initially allowed him to escape the pocket and make a break for it, but give him credit. They recognized the scramble quickly, rallied to the ball, stopped him short of the 1st down.
Now, fair catch is made, and it's just inside the 15-yard line. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. Rattler now back to throw. To the outside, complete to Johnson. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down. It's a give now to Kamara. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll go again here with Kamara. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
2-possession lead, 4th quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stopping it.
So, a couple of 1st downs will give them 1st and 10. They're at the 41. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Here's a toss to the right for Kamara. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9, just a yard short of that 1st down. Second and a yard. Now this time they'll look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Certainly not one of his better throws, but what I've loved out of this quarterback today, Mike, was just how aggressive he's remained throughout the entire course of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Even if it falls incomplete, It opens up everything else in this passing game, and they've had their way so far today.
The tight end Moreau is in motion. He's got his man complete to Johnson. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. A give up the middle with Kamara. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. The tight end Moreau is in motion. They're going to go right back to Kamara. And the Saints are going to be set up with 1st and goal. He couldn't quite break the plane, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. Kamara going to try to bull his way in. Trying to find a crease in there. It's a big pile of bodies, but he is going to come up short.
This defense is able to get the hold here on 1st down, Mike, but they might have to do it 3 more times. I think if I'm this offense, I'm saying this is 4-down territory. I've got 3 more shots to gain 1 yard. Here you go.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will dive into the end zone. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown, New Orleans. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. The offense staying put. They will go for 2. Here's Kamara. And this time they stop him short of the goal line. Touchdown a moment ago. No 2-point conversion to add on as they come up empty. After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. On the return, it's Dallas. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back, and in some of these coverage units, when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
On 1st down, the drive begins with Connor. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Great job here by this linebacker, Mike. There was no reading and reacting. From the snap, he was attacking. Meets the ball carrier right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Murray. That's left side, and that's the tight end, McBride. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. Power run inside. Here's Connor. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
A corner who is not only a good tackler, Mike, but a willing tackler can be a huge asset to any defense. So often they get a bad rap. They're considered just pass defenders. They want to run around. But for a guy to be able to come up and force the run and keep this to no gain, man, that makes a big difference on any defense.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. And they're going to get the first down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be second down.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
On second down, Murray. He'll try to work the screen with Connor. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. Throwing again is Murray. He's going to go up top here for McBride. That is caught. What a throw. Trey McBride. Touchdown, Arizona. So they get the touchdown, and now it is a 9-point game. Greg, you can go for 1 and make it a 1-possession game. Or some people think about going for 2 here. What would you do?
I think I'm going for 2, Mike. Listen, the way you have to look at it is I need a 2-point conversion at some point. But I want to know now, am I down truly 2 scores, or am I able to get it down to 7 and truly make it a 1 score? So I'm going for 2 now, and I want to know what the rest of this game looks like. How many possessions do I need?
And now it's a 9-point game, so they'll go for just 1 here. The kick here is good, so they are back within a possession. That gets it down to an 8-point game. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. Shaheed now to return it. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as we look at the highlights, you see it's been tough to stop him here today. Couple of touchdowns in this ball game. He has, without a doubt, been the driving force in this offense so far. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rattler. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Now Rattler gonna throw. Got it into the hands of Olave. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. The tight end Moreau is in motion. They'll work the middle here with Kamara. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. On the give, this is Kamara. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Kamara. Whistles here. We have another stoppage. Timeout called by the defense with 1:53 remaining. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now Kamara. And he's able to find a crease. Get ahead for 7. He'll bring up 3rd down. On the ground, it's Kamara. And he's going to have the Saints' first down. Although it didn't appear that he got it by much. He needed 4. And he got 4 on 3rd down. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee. So this one, a win for the Saints. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints are winners, as we say so long from New Orleans.